come up yet.
And we were having an issue with the camera. We're really sorry about that. This is meteorologist Eric Tallman with you this evening. We're going to do the best that we can doing this live. We were just having some issues. Just want to give you an update on what we have currently on Hurricane Florence right now. There is an advisory. I'm not quite sure, but this is what I have for updates. Advisory is until 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Right now for Hurricane Florence, the winds are at 105 miles an hour, Category 2. And I'm not sure about the wind right now. I'll have to get an update on that in a little while. The pressure right now is actually 955 right now, and the hurricane is actually moving currently right now, moving west northwest at 5 miles per hour. Location is 85 miles of I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but it's actually 85 miles. Let me see, east of, I don't know, it's hard for me to read this stuff. I'm really sorry about that. It is 8 Carolina, so I just want to let you know about that. I'm trying to read the statuses, but it's not. I'm seeing that info, so I'm sorry about that. Currently, everything that I can have you listen on the outages and stuff like that of what's going on. But we can talk about the outages for Florence power outages, and then we can tell you what's happening here. I might end up turning the camera around so you guys can see exactly what's going on. That's probably what's going to happen here. So we will do that and between 20 in Myrtle Beach, 25 miles an hour for another one I can't even read currently right now. I'm sorry because this thing keeps scrolling too fast because the Weather Channel's, the Weather Channel's talking too fast. So it's hard for me to accurately tell you what's going on. I'm doing the best that I possibly can. We'll talk about the wind gusts and all that in just a minute here once that I figure it out. And just a second here. I have to wait for it to give me just a moment. I'm pretty new at this. So this is all in North Carolina. It's giving us indications about the wind gusts and all that kind of stuff. So we'll talk about that and how much rain they're out of all of this if this thing would stop scrolling. But the next advisory goes into effect at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We do know about that advisory. So let's go ahead and talk about the current status of what we got right now. It's still at 105 miles per hour, 7 miles per hour. It's been scrolling so fast, it's hard for me to actually tell you, but I'm doing the best that I can. I'll see what I can do and accurately tell you a different way. In Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, the temperature currently is 86 degrees. The wind gust is at 25 miles per hour. The wind gust is at 21 miles an hour. The wind, I mean, is at 21 miles an hour, and the wind gust is at 25 miles per hour.
Days and days we've been anticipating this.
Okay, I'm currently back, but I'll let you listen in on what's going on here. I'll do the best, but we're having some technical difficulties, but I'll let you listen.
Just check on the app that they have. It's South Carolina Emergency Management has an amazing app, by the way. I'm gonna show something off for you here real quick, all right?
And as we get updates, I will currently update you as quickly as I can on Hurricane Florence. I'll let you listen in.
There's the app. You can get different shelters, literally more than 50 different shelters in there, right? But they've got a little tools function here, right? I'm going to show you what the tools function has. Flashlight, whistle, GPS locator, and damage assessment, all right? You may not be able to see that. I'm going to click flashlight. Look what it does. Automatically turns on your flashlight, all right? But also has a strobe feature. This is great stuff. Then you got an SOS feature. So it'll do the SOS signal for you, right? But let me do something else for you. I'm going to turn that off. Let me turn on the whistle for you, and I'll see if I can get this whistle to work. Listen to this. So if you're in distress, pretty cool stuff, right? This is an amazing app. We'll go ahead and go to the GPS locator. You can go into the GPS locator, and it finds your current position. You can send your position to your emergency contacts or your phone contacts. They've got a damage assessment a tab in there Do you know the property? Is the property insured? Is it a business? Just highlight the damage that you've had, your address, and then the severity of the damage. Report that damage, and that gives emergency managers an opportunity to know exactly what the damage is. Go ahead and do their assessment. That way, Mark, they can get those assessments to the state, to FEMA, and this is how they do damage assessments. This is how they do their reports for recovery. It's amazing how
I'm still letting you guys listen in on continuing coverage on Hurricane Florence.
This is one of the greatest apps I've ever used for emergency management. South Carolina has done a great job. I'd recommend a download of this.
Yeah, you know, it's goes a long way to make this a little bit more comfortable in an otherwise already along the Carolina coast.
Okay, I'll currently give you an update on what's going on here. So let's go ahead and go over this right now. About almost about 7,050 customers have actually evacuated from North Carolina, and there's actually 70,000 customers in the dark currently right now. 4,000 power workers are assembled after the aftermath of the storm. So there's a lot going on right here. So as this stuff starts to pop up, I am currently going to let you know immediately. So about this information, I'm trying to tell you guys as accurately and as fast as I can. I've never done this before, but I've been training, learning about hurricanes. So this is actually good stuff. So I'm watching for the current information of what's going on. Okay, so obviously so we're having problems with some people because of the hurricane. They're having issues, so I'll go ahead and info you of what's going on in North Carolina and South Carolina. So just be aware of that. There are already power outages that have been bringing you those numbers of what's going on, so I'm going to continue to watch that as well. So I'll go over and tell you what we do have right now that I've been watching the status on the right-hand side of the screen. So the advisory, I don't know for what part, but I'm working on trying to accurately find what's going on. So the advisory goes into effect at 7 p.m. until 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll find out exactly where that's at. It's in North Carolina. The winds for this hurricane, the hurricane strength for the wind and all that stuff, it's at 5 miles per hour, and the wind is going to be very, very dangerous and high. This is going to really impact that area. There's going to be likely a lot of flash flooding with this. Severe weather is also. We're getting reports of tornadoes as well, and then potential storm, more flooding that we're talking about. So we'll talk severe weather, flash flood, batteries, watches, that type of thing. I'm doing as best as I can to tell you as we go along here. So we're going to take a big impact, and then we're having problems, so I'm going to probably end this in a couple minutes. I'm hoping not to. Okay. So hopefully I can say this in case we have some issues here. Okay, so what I was trying to tell you is that this hurricane is going to be making landfall, and once that it does so, we're expecting this hurricane to make landfall on Friday, so expect that to happen, okay? Once it makes landfall, it's going to do that on Friday, okay? So after that, it is going to make its turn. Hurricane Florence is going to make a turn. Once that it makes landfall, it's going to make a turn, and it's going to go towards the northeast. And so you know that Michigan will have a little bit of an effect from it. We're going to get some of the rain from Hurricane Florence. So we're watching Hurricane Florence very, 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 very closely, very seriously. There's a lot of impact going on here. So I'm watching Hurricane Florence, and I will continue to be clipped with from Hurricane Florence, but I will continue to monitor that situation and let you know what's going on and what we might be affected with. I don't know anything currently what's going to happen by the time it gets to us. We'll have a little bit from it, and it's basically going to be rain, but I'll let you know if there's going to be anything else. So Oh man, I'm sorry. Okay, so I am gonna make this really quick because we have other coverage that we have to kind of contend with here. So currently, like I said, the wind, the advisory is still in effect until 7 o'clock their time. The winds are at 105 miles per hour. It's still a Category 2. It's still moving north. I'm sorry, northwest at 5 miles per hour. That I do know. So I will continue to keep you opposed with what's going on with this Hurricane Florence. We're on commercial break currently, but I'm going to try and get all the information for you and let you know for the evening what's going on. So I will be on periodically tonight with more coverage on Hurricane Florence. Stay tuned for the very latest, and I'll keep you posted of what's going on. So I'll have all the information what's going on. Stay tuned for the very latest, and I'll have more coming up within the hour. So the next report that I'll have will be between 7:30, 8:45, 8 o'clock. So stay tuned. I've got it all here. I'll let you know later on in the show what's going on, and I'll continue to keep you opposed to what's going on from the time when it makes landfall and all the reports and everything that's going on. Stay tuned for the very latest, and I'll see you guys in a half an hour. Oops.